Where there is fire, there is smoke. And in that smoke, from this day forward, my people will crouch and conspire and plot and plan for the inevitable day of man's downfall, the day when he finally and self-destructively turns his weapons against his own kind, the day of the writing in the sky, when the sea is a dead sea and the land is a wasteland, out of which I will lead my people from their captivity, and we shall build our own cities in which there will be no place for humans except to serve our ends. And we shall found our own armies, our own religion, our own dynasty, and that day is upon you now!
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Sanctum. As you can see by these two fantastic covers in front of us, one by the great Gray Morrow and the other by Ken Barr, we're going to be taking a look at some Planet of the Apes collectibles. Back in July of 2020, Russell James and I were chatting on the phone one night, and I was discussing some collectibles I had recently acquired. Russell said, "Why don't you shoot some footage of it and send it over to me so I can take a look?" So I did, and he, being the great editor that he is, fashioned it into a type of showcase. Sent it back to me. I really liked it, so I sent him some more footage, and he fashioned that into a showcase. Then we got to talking, and we thought a cool way to virtually hang out together might be to start making these episodes, showcasing things in my collection. Now here we are in July of 2021, and we're still making episodes here and there, and we really enjoy it. So I thought it was appropriate, as our first episode focused on Planet of the Apes, that on our year anniversary, we revisit the Planet of the Apes, show off some new collectibles, some stuff I haven't shown yet, and maybe revisit some of the stuff that we did in our early days, polish it up a bit. Now, these two mags in front of us are black and white Planet of the Apes magazines that Marvel Comics put out, and they're fantastic. And they're going to tie in a little bit to some of the one of the collectibles we're taking a look at today. Today we're going to be taking a look at some more, not really action figure-y stuff, but some sort of different ape stuff. So let's get started here with a really obscure, rare piece that I had never seen before, that I recently acquired over the last couple of months. First up, we have this cool, uncut sheet of Planet of the Apes trading cards from Indonesia. Guy was selling this on one of the Planet of the Apes collectible groups, and I saw this, and I mean, I had to have it because the artwork was just so cool on it, and it's sort of a different interpretation of the apes that I hadn't seen before. And honestly, I'd never seen anything like this in my life. And I knew it was worth getting because a couple of other apes collectors that I'm friends with reached out to me via private messenger when they saw I had contacted the guy and said, "Did you get that? Did you buy that? You have to send me pictures of that when you get that," because they had neither seen it before either. So I'm gonna they're very small cards, not even the size of regular trading cards like you would get in the States, or the baseball cards. They're very tiny, and unfortunately, I can't read Indonesian, but they're numbered 1 through 36, and after looking at it and figuring it out, it appears to be basically a rough version of the pilot episode of the TV series Planet of the Apes. And that would be something they did too, because I'm sure maybe they were trying to sell the Apes TV show in a foreign market, and this was a way to promote it, because it definitely doesn't have the stuff from the movies. The characters don't appear to be the characters from the movies. You've got two astronauts, which is right out of the TV series. The cool thing about it is sort of the outfits on it, very like almost Flash Gordon-y, Buck Rogers style. And then the apes themselves have this sort of emblem on their chest that's like an ape head. And the coloring is amazing too. Really fantastic. And there's a back as well that probably tells you what the story is, or appears to be some sort of checklist of sorts. But really cool piece. Now here's another cool paper piece. Another piece that I always wanted when I was a kid. They used to advertise these in the back of Famous Monsters and the Planet of the Apes magazine and the Planet of the Apes comic book. And this is a Planet of the Apes jointed giant. Basically, big pieces of cardboard with joints on it, almost life size. This one's 62 inches tall. They're more commonly seen around Halloween of skeletons and Dracula and Frankenstein back in the day. They were very prevalent in the 70s. And of course, this is one that I always wanted. They had superhero ones as well. But being an Apes kid and an Apes fan, I wanted these. They also did an Urko slash Ursus. They always kind of interchanged that one's name. And this one is Galen, because of course they were promoting the TV show at the time. Now, in fact, this is not Galen. This is artwork by none other than the fantastic Mike Ploog, who we discussed in our Bronze Age Customs episode. And this is a character called Alex from the black and white Planet of the Apes magazine. They did a story in that. In addition to adapting all the films, they had a variety of different stories in there. And Doug Munch and Mike Ploog wrote a story that took place on the Planet of the Apes. And their Cornelius slash Galen style character was named Alex. And this is amazing because it is a life-size, close to life-size version of this character, and it's the artwork by the wonderful Mike Ploog. Now, of course, I'm going to keep this in the bag because it's got all the cool stuff on it. I would love to take it out and hang it up, but this is one I just can't open right now because it's got the tags on it and the price tag and everything like that. It's just, I don't know. It's a piece I have to keep preserved the way it is, as much as I'd love to hang it on the wall. Just wanted to give you a quick view of the back. Not much. Looks like it's actually his chest piece. Really cool because they've got the ape glyphs on there and everything like that as well. Next up, we have the Planet of the Apes Pressman Ring Toss set. You don't need to play horseshoes or bocce ball. Get yourself a Pressman Ring Toss and play that out in the yard this summer. I love this piece. I love it because it's, number one, it's Battle for Planet of the Apes, which I think I've said before played in heavy rotation in my market when I grew up. So the two Planet of the Apes films I saw the most were Conquest and Battle. So I really have a fondness for Battle. A lot of people don't like it, but I think it's great. And the poster for Battle is amazing. It just has this really cool poster that you think you're going to see this epic battle between man and ape and mutants and so on and so forth. And you don't really get that in the film. And even better is the Italian poster, which I've been seeking for years, which has the apes sort of fighting like flying saucers and spacemen. But be that as it may, this piece is really cool. That ape right there is straight from the poster for Battle for the Planet of the Apes. And I really love all these pieces they put together in the 70s of apes merchandise that was just games and inflatable pools and, you know, bizarre stuff like that they just threw apes on or made it an ape toy. You know, the Mego stuff is obviously the most well-known Apes Collectibles from the 70s. But this stuff is really fun, too. And it's a very cheap piece. It's just a hard piece of cardboard. The box is not in very good shape there, obviously. It's really torn apart. But the ape itself is cool, and it's got all the rings with it. And it's a fun little piece. Battle for the Planet of the Apes. Also reminds me of the Ben Cooper Jiggler they had as well, for some reason. I can see a string hanging off this, and that guy just made of rubber. And last but not least, we'll end this episode with these two fun, ideal blow-up apes. Now, I know a lot of Apes fans out there have fantasies about blow-up ape dolls, but these are not life-size. Although they do have these weird little holes in their hands. I don't know what that's for. But anyhow, this is Galen and Dr. Zaius. And I think Dr. Zaius is missing a tunic. Because Galen's got that cool tunic, and then Dr. Zaius just sort of has this brown tube chest. So I'm sure there must be a tunic with him that's missing. They also did an Urko slash Ursa, an Urko slash Ursus. Say that 5 times fast. Urko slash Ursus. Urko slash Ursus. Urko slash Ursus. Inflatable. And of course, he's the most popular, so he's the hardest to find. And he goes for high prices when he does pop up. I got these guys for a pretty decent price. And, Galen to me was always, Galen is sort of he can be Galen, he can be Cornelius, he can be Caesar. They're all Roddy McDowell, they're all chimps, and they're all in green. But these are fun little pieces, and I'm going to have to stop filming them soon because they don't hold air for very long, much like myself. Oh, that's a terrible joke. Vincent Price, what are you doing here? What am I doing here? You're keeping me a prisoner. Every Sunday I have to play these stupid records. Me and my grandson Jody. What are you talking about? Do you know that I used to be very good friends with Roddy McDowell? All right, Vincent, calm down. Anyhow, these are amazing pieces. I can see these now on a shelf at Woolworths or a 5 and 10. Inside, all deflated and inside that plastic wrapping. They probably went for about $1 a piece. And of course, this is something that my mother would never buy me. And now, I've spent who knows what on this. But they really bring back memories. And the smell of the vinyl is so cool as well. Although the smell of these are not so great. I seem to buy a lot of stuff from people that are just nicotine addicts. Because these, again, smell of cigarette smoke really bad. One of the other things I wanted to point out about these is they squeak like a dog toy. Careful, Taylor. You may not like what you find. What will he find out there? His destiny. Galen holds a lot more air. Join us on Facebook. We've got a Facebook page there where we chat and post our videos. And we also do Dr. Durant's Sunday story time there where I play old Power records and Peter Pan records and things like that. And we have a good time. So please check us out there. Please hit like and subscribe if you enjoy these videos. Leave us a comment. We love to hear from you. And until next time, we'll see you in the Sanctum.
That's another one for the fire.